married, I did the right thing, and I still got restrictions. Oh, heck no. Sex is bad. But a lot of them is abstaining until marriage, and now when they're doing it, it's like they feel bad.
For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going audible.
What's up, Ice Gang? I'm Cheyenne. I'm back with another video. Period. If you're new here, hey girl. On this channel, we talk about how to become the best version of yourself without compromising God, your morals, values, boundaries. We also talk a little bit about self-care and just different little things that you're like learning along the way as we grow as a young lady in our 20s on our journey to becoming a highly successful young woman. All right, if you like this type of content, make sure you go in my other videos and go ahead and watch it. Once you find out you're in love with me, come back on this video and just hit that subscribe button and we could be friends. Okay, without further ado, let's hop straight into the video with how I started turning down brand deals for God. So as you know, as a person that is a content creator on different platforms, and I would consider myself a relatively small creator, I like when it comes to creating content, it's not the easiest, job field, because sometimes, like, especially the fact that it's so popular now, it's like people are, you're hearing a whole bunch of noise. You don't know who to believe. Some people are telling you to like niche down and just focus on, your 3 pillars. Some people are telling you to just try it out, try anything out until you figure out what works and things of that sort. And you would sit in frustration on like, dang, why aren't I getting any brand deals? Is it because I'm not reaching now, or is it because I'm like in this testing era? And you might even get some brand deals, but they might be really small. Like when it comes to UGC content, like especially if you're a content creator like me, I go on different platforms like Holy, Aspire, Mini Social. There's many different like UGC apps where you can create content from, and a lot of them don't pay well. But for me, as a small creator and someone that's trying to like grow, a lot of times you'll take gifting and make it seem like it's like you actually got it from somewhere, or you'll just take the smaller amount just to get your feet wet in the game to see how content creating work and getting paid from brands and things of that sort. So for me, as a small creator, I got a brand deal. This one was like a gifted one, okay, from one of the apps that I'm in, it was Collapster. So boom, this brand reaches out to me, and it's basically a museum, and the museum is called Museum of Sex. Now, a while back, I seen it on TikTok, like briefly, like a little brief thing, and I was talking to this guy, and I would be like, ooh, this would be like a little hot, little spicy little date thing that we could do, a little date idea or whatever. And I was like, so the fact that they reached out to me, I was just like, oh, this is cool. At that time, by the time they reached out to me, I didn't even have that person anymore I was talking to. But they reached out to me, and I was just like, oh, cool. This would be like a good little self-date, experiment. And for me, as a person that's also a Christian, I kind of dislike how we try to make sex like a terrible, disgusting thing. You feel me? When God designed sex, he designed it to be beautiful, but he designed it to be in a marriage. So when it came to creating this video or whatever, I know it was gonna be like a little bit explicit. However, I was willing to like show, because I was just like, okay, this would be great, because a lot of people, and I noticed this with a lot of people, when it comes to the Christian community, like some of them, they've been taught their whole lives, oh, sex is bad, no sex and stuff like that, it's terrible, which I understand. But a lot of them would do the whole process, abstain until marriage, get married, and now when they're doing it, it's like they feel bad, and it's just it's just not a good experience for them. And I'm just like, oh no, I don't want it to be to a point where I'm too holy I allow, where I did the right thing, and then when I actually get it, it's me still being afraid. Like, no, it's a beautiful thing. Just make sure you're doing it under the right authority. And I understand why God is protecting us from this, because of soul ties and just a whole bunch of different things. So when it came to my concept of the video, the brand, the Museum of Sex brand reached out to me. They said they're going to give me a free ticket, and I have to give them like a real review or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. So boom, I went with my sister so she could record me or whatever. And when I went in there, y'all, like, I knew I was gonna see some nasty stuff, but I didn't expect like to see like the craziness of that they were showing me. They were showing me like gay porn. They were showing me like the threesomes and stuff like that. Now, I'm not even gonna lie, in my fantasy mind, I like a good threesome. Like, in my fantasy mind. However, will I do it in real life? No, because it's not pleasing to God, and God don't like that. He made one man, 1 minute, and they, you know, to reproduce. Okay, and then we see in the media too how inviting multiple people in your marriage could mess up too. And a good example is Teyana Taylor and Iman. And I'm not even gonna lie, that was one couple that I was really like rooting for, because I was just like, oh yes, black love. Even though they had a baby before they got married, I was really rooting for them, because I'm just like, this is black love. I just love love, you know. So the fact that I don't really know too much of their situation, but I know that they were open to doing threesomes or whatever, and I guess he cheated on her with somebody else. For me, it's just stupid to me, because girl, like, I feel like, well, common sense is not that common to a lot of people, because in my head, if you're okay with him doing a threesome, then you could be okay with him, you know, cheating in a sense. So I guess that's why, one of the reasons why they broke up. So it also shows how doing these things is not producing really good fruit, even if you're in a marriage. Because for me, how I viewed it back then, I'm like, I'm married, I did the right thing, and I still got restrictions. Oh, heck no. But now I do understand now it's protecting, you know, our gut or whatever. So yeah, I went there. I started seeing threesomes. I started seeing gay, you know, porn, with guys on guys, girls on girls, and all of these different things. And they were having like sex demons. And like, as I'm in there, I'm having fun. But I just feel the ick or whatever. I just feel the ick. And after I left, I was just like, yeah, it was fun. It was fun, but I could not put out this motherfucking video. I could not. So for a good minute, I did not want to tell the people I can't put out this video or whatever, because it doesn't correlate with my branding. And I'm happy that God, I feel like, is reshaping, remaking my branding or whatever, because before I was just okay with doing anything, and I still feel like that's the whole point of free will. But sometimes, like, what I realized that I'm in a season, God is really telling me to take my own advice, because I was taking my own advice, however, not till its full extent. My friend Kayla, shout out to my girl Kayla, make sure y'all go check her out. She just put it in my heart. She was just like, you know, you do want to be a person of integrity if you're gonna be about your like content creating and stuff like that. And I was just like, you are 100% right. That is one of my core values. And so I reached out to the brand, and I was just like, I'm sorry, this type of content does not align with me anymore. And honestly, I feel like when you choose God over an opportunity, God blesses you with way more, because it's like you made him a priority. And I feel like that's what is setting people apart, like setting us apart as, you know, Christians and stuff like that, because you don't want to be a person that could do anything, that will do anything for money. And it also allowed me to tap back into my like purpose, because I always said that I want to be a person that is successful and, you know, have high status and famous and, you know, have family and good health and all of these different things without compromising, you know, God and myself in the midst of it, because that's a lot of these people, these celebrities and, you know, actors and stuff like that too. But I know for a fact it's possible that you can be able to do that. You just got to be able to listen to God for yourself and, you know, have him lead you in this journey. Have him, you know, navigate you in this journey. And it's gonna be hard to say no to a lot of different things. God has showed me one of the girls, it was another brand that had reached out to me, and it was like a butt cream and stomach brand, and I'm just like, okay, cool. So I'm out here, you know, using the product, but I'm showing my butt, and I ain't feel no type of way. I felt a type of way just a little bit, but I didn't feel it like all the way until like God had placed certain people that was just like, And for me, at first, I wasn't even receptive. I was just like, these people are haters. Like, they just hating on me. But now I kind of see like, okay, we want to be an influencer, but what are you trying to influence, you know? And I do feel like when I'm talking about taking my own advice, I do understand now that I'm getting like discernment when it comes to like clothing and other things. However, I'm just making sure that it comes from God and not from other people. It comes from me feeling warmth myself. So that's how I started feeling discernment. But yeah, y'all, I really hope I wasn't too all over the place. I do really want to say, like, when it comes to your business and any business that you want to do, whether it's content creating, whether it's digital products, coaching, teaching, whatever business, Airbnb, is to put them at the forefront and not always just allow little things to come your way, because these are counterfeit things, you know? He got something bigger for us. Sometimes we just don't see it because we too busy being okay with the counterfeit stuff, or just always staying busy to the point where we don't even acknowledge him anymore or spend time with him anymore to really sit and stay still on what he's trying to like tell us. So yeah, y'all, that's my little spiel. I really hope it's not too long, but I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.